Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Game Skates today, and only today. I don't know why I did that, but today we're going to talk about Xenoblade. I did it again by accident. Today we're going to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch, because, I feel like, this game is about, 3 weeks away now. We're really not far from it, and I feel like I haven't sat down and just made a video about it, talking about my thoughts, how it's going to perform, what I'm expecting from it, what we know, what we don't know, etc, etc. So, obviously, if you don't know, Xenoblade Definitive Edition is essentially, this game falls into that weird category nowadays of what the fuck is a remake, a remaster, or a re-release, right? So this game, I think it kind of falls into the remake, but extremely faithful. It's not like FF7 remake where they basically changed the entire game. Well, most of the game, they kept the essence of it, but they changed a lot. This game is pretty much Xenoblade Chronicles, but with basically an entire new coat of paint. They're using the Xenoblade 2 engine. You can tell there's a brand new art style. The Wii one looks like a fucking weird hybrid ugly ass Shulk in there. I know some people like it, but that's not my jam. But I really do think that they're doing a good job of adding a new art style to it that makes it feel good. And again, they're calling it, I don't know why they called it Definitive Edition. I think it's to just be like, look, we're not gonna remake this ever again. So they named it that, but it is kind of a remake, because again, so obviously you've got that new art style, right? They remade a new engine, but everything else, the music, they're completely reorchestrating. I think there's 90 plus new music tracks. So they're treating this like this is a big full new game for them, and that's what I really appreciate, right? Obviously Soft right now, they're definitely on a high, right? People really love their stuff. They're a lovable studio. They're clearly competent in what they're doing. You see their names in the credits of a lot of Nintendo games nowadays. They helped out with what? I think they helped out with Breath of the Wild. I think they helped out with Odyssey. I think they helped out with fucking Animal Crossing, for fuck's sake. So they've got their hands pretty much everywhere at Nintendo, because I think they're just a really well done studio. And the thing is, Xenoblade, the original, I played it back on the Wii. But it's crazy, I was maybe 14, 15, right? I'm turning 24 this year. Fuck me, shut the fuck up. And it's this game, back then I really liked it, right? But obviously I was younger. When you're younger and you play more serious games, you're not necessarily as into them. It's not like you're like, oh my god, this is crazy. Some people are, but I wasn't like that. So I know that story, I know the world, I know the characters. So I'm excited to see a lot of things that they're gonna fix, right? Because obviously that was one of my biggest issues with the original. Of first of all, the world looks like gray as shit for the most part. I know there's a lot of nice areas, but very gray. Finding side quests was damn near impossible. Doing any kind of side content in the original Xenoblade was I couldn't do it unless I looked up a guide or I was a crazy JRPG person, right? So they've also confirmed that they are going to be reworking the side quests, right, to make it more alright, how are you going to be able to find things? They've reworked the map, they've reworked the UI and combat, because yeah, even combat in the game, it's definitely gonna be weird, even for people that have played Xenoblade 2, right? Because Xenoblade 2, obviously, it follows the same style of it's a real-time turn-based JRPG. But the thing about Xenoblade the original is that in 2 you're kind of stacking abilities, right? Where you have your grid abilities and you're stacking them in different ways. In this, it's more of a lined grid, and you're picking your different moves, and obviously some help translate to other moves that you unlock throughout the combat. But it's definitely a little different. It's not going to be as accessible as people think, but I think they're obviously going to ease you into it. They're going to add more tutorials. Again, the point about this game is everyone loves the original Xenoblade Chronicles. I mean, I think that the original is a 92 or something on Metacritic. Critics adore it and fans adore it, and I really do think now that people love Xenoblade 2 so much, right, that's sold about 2.5 million copies, 2.2 I think. I think this one's gonna get an even bigger boost. If anything, I'm assuming with the Nintendo drought we're facing right now, we might be seeing this game hit 3 million copies, right? I think this game has a very, very good chance of succeeding, especially now that Last of Us isn't in its way. I know it's not the same audience, but some overlap of conversation, right? Now on May 29th, it's all about Xenoblade, and again, when a lot of people are still looking for something new to play, a lot are going to gravitate and be like, you know what, let me try this out. And as JRPGs are getting bigger, right? You look at Persona 5 selling 4 million copies. You look at Nier selling 5 million. It's there's so much shit going on with the JRPG. Sorry about that cut. My mom called mid fucking video. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, as JRPGs continues to grow, this game is going to sell really well. And of course, we got a big bulk of new content coming to this game. We have the future connected DLC, which we don't know how long it's gonna be yet. I don't think it's gonna be. I think they confirmed it's not going to be a Torna thing where it's like 30 to 40 hours. I doubt that. They do say, however, that there's a new combat system in it, right? And that there's obviously new areas and plot. So I'm starting to think that this might be maybe... I could see this being like a 15, 20 hour DLC. Because like I feel like you don't make a new gameplay style in there without like... without feeling the need to, I don't know how to say that, you know what I mean, like they wouldn't make an entire new combat system for a 10-hour session. I feel like it's going to be around 20-ish, and obviously you could drag it out maybe with side quests and whatever, but again, that is such a cool thing, because I don't want to get into the spoiler territory, but there's a certain character called Melia that deserves more shine, that fans really love, so I think the future connected DLC is going to be really good, and it's there day one. You can even, what's weird is actually you can play it from the beginning, so you can tell Monolith Cares, like, listen, if you're one of the hardcore fans that just wants to know what the fuck is new in there, get in there. And in terms of core story changes, I don't think we're gonna see much of a change. I think we're gonna see maybe the integration of some Xenoblade 2 plot threads that were opened up in that game, but I think for the most part this is going to be a one-to-one remake, because when you look at every trailer for this game, the choreography is one-to-one, the dialogue is one-to-one, everything is mostly one-to-one in there, so I don't think there's going to be, this isn't an FF7 situation, right, which a lot of people are happy about that, right, because people like the faithfulness. Like, this is basically a faithful remake of, you know what, let's just make this game graphically better, let's fix some issues with it, like the what's it called, the weird UI stuff, some map issues, obviously some questing, and then add this new content block, and that's it, right? They don't want to fuck with it too much. And even the orchestra, you can pick between the OG or the new remix. So I really do have a good feeling about this game. I think I've seen so much hype for it, and I know I live in a bubble, obviously, of like Nintendo and anime and JRPG Twitter, but it seems like there's definitely more of an interest for this game than even Xenoblade 2 had, and that's because there are so many new fans that came from Xenoblade 2. I would venture to say most Xenoblade fans now came from 2, right, because the Wii one was much more niche, and no one played the 3DS version of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. But anyways, this game comes out in 3 weeks. Obviously, I'll be playing it. I'll be reviewing it. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for the game? Are you going to be picking it up? Are you waiting on reviews or friends or conversations? Let me know, and I'll see you all next time. Peace. I love you.